Welcome back, family, friends, and fellow gamers to Game Bros playing Jedi Fallen Order. We're about to meet some interesting
I wasn't sure.
person.
Sorry, I wasn't sure where to go. I was like, welcome back, family. And I'm like, here.
Yeah.
I got turned around.
Well, we were going to meet an interesting person, but Steven decided not to go that way.
Well,
so
no, I'm not
maybe
falling
next
down.
time.
I'm just coming over here because there is a shortcut I can do, and I don't need to do that because I already changed lightsaber colors.
Oh, that's all that is just changing the lightsaber.
But that's actually the first place you, as far as I'm aware,
first place
you can get the double bladed.
Oh, really?
Is right there. Which is, as long as you can, as long as you can survive the, what is it? Survive Dathomir to get to that point. Because, like, those guys are a lot harder to fight. Yeah. And the double-bladed is fairly good at countering some of their moves. Like, because they're really fast. They're fast, but... well, they're fairly fast. I would say they're fairly fast. Thought there was a... maybe not. Yeah, it's later.
Whatever?
Well, actually, the shortcut, I forget, is right up there. And I'll go ahead and do this.
Hey guys, mate, let's try again. Maybe we can do this. Let's all try the same thing. I'll get the bow, you get the little Mountain Dew axe thing.
There we go.
Didn't work.
Stop it.
Up to you, Lego. Oh, it's dead.
Okay, back here.
All right, now we're gonna meet some creepy weirdo guy, man.
A fellow wanderer. I see you met the resident Nightsister, but unlike most, you're alive. Well, lightsaber? No, don't hide it. That would explain your survival.
Who are you?
No one to fear. Just a traveler, studying the nature of extinct cultures and dead philosophies.
You study the Nightsisters?
I study many things. But yes, that Nightsister, well, she was only a child when the war came to this world. She had to watch her whole family perish.
What do you know about those ruins?
Oh, ancient beyond belief. The Nightsister and her warrior kin were seduced by the power that lurks within.
He's like, is that where the Mountain Dew factory is?
Or suffer the same thing.
Was that supposed to be poetry? He was
What
like,
did he say?
the Nightsisters and her kin were seduced and destroyed by the power within, or something like that. He said kin and within. So.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So I know I can jump up there but like, what is down here?
There's something down here. Maybe not. Go on the other side. Go on the other side. Is there anything? No. Okay. But I guess maybe this is the furthest you can get on Dathomir without the double jump.
Yeah.
If you don't have it.
Can I go down there? Like at this point, I'm just curious. Like, go.
Nope, you're dead.
Go. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, it looks like that's a way up, like back up, because that's definitely an elevator. But maybe if you fall when you fire, I think.
Hello, friend. No.
I know you. Yeah, I know. I had to stop there, and I think something happens that I can't go further.
Yeah, they do something. So we have to force push them. Got 2 out of 3. Oh yeah, you don't have the. You don't.
He just fell off. I don't have.
You don't have the
yet, right.
grapple hook thingy or whatever. You have to interact with it though.
Looks climbable, but not without equipment.
Man, that guy is buff. Like how much do you think that thing weighs?
I don't know.
That's the power of Mountain Dew, ladies and
At
gentlemen.
least 500 or 600 pounds. I mean, it depends on the. Oh gosh.
Oh, you're dead.
Depends on the rock and how dense it is, but.
Yeah, if it was like porous,
Why?
if it was like porous rock, it wouldn't be that heavy,
right. I mean, it's still hit like a brick. You're gonna get hit by any rock. I don't care how That
What
was
in the world?
no, that was just terrible timing.
Dude, you're
on
gonna
my
lose
part.
all your health. Just
But
from-
the camera's not helping. And now
Yeah, I
it's
know.
fine.
The
But it
camera's-
starts off and it's like at a 90-degree angle from the direction I'm moving, and I can't move the camera.
Oh.
Like the camera doesn't turn.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's not in this game per se, but I'll say there's parts in it.
Well,
Whether or not there's just some sort of glitch or whatever, but it's like there's parts in games where they're like, you can make it through, so just let it go. Let it go. I'm like,
Can't
but it's
believe
terrible.
we made it. Yeah, it took you like 5 tries, Cal.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Mind helping me out?
Every time we had to clone you.
Nice throw, B.
I feel like I have memories, but I don't ever remember doing anything.
Sears like, there's only one like you, Cal, and then oh gosh.
Jeez. Okay, another clone.
But it's like there's only one like you, Cal. You know, I would never. What was it? So, she said something like, "I would recognize you if you weren't the real one," or something like that. And he's like copy number 74.
Yeah, I know. It's like, why do you call me Cal 64? Like, no reason. You know. Trying to think how many bosses we have to fight in this. There's
I blocked his acid.
1, 2 bosses
Gosh, I hate those guys.
on this planet I can remember.
I know there's several that are just.
It won't open.
I know there's several you can just do. Like you don't need to fight them, but you can fight them.
Can you go through the left? Go through there.
Okay, yeah. This level, like this particular world, reminds me so much more of Dark Souls type thing because it always has stuff like this where there's like swamp and random.
Stand aside.
No.
Anyway,
He was right about you.
Who? What?
Jedi are thieves and selfish liars who bring nothing but death.
Back off. If you attack me again, I'll strike you down.
Oh, I won't do a thing. But my murdered sisters.
He's like, that's gross.
They will have their revenge.
Zombies!
your anger's not founded. Cal was what, like 7 when
I know,
they killed
really.
your. Like,
Just
you know,
because
he didn't do.
you were lied to, even though, like,
And they're dead.
well, you find. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, they're pretty weak, but they can hit.
You
Pretty hard.
eventually find out why she's mad at the Jedi, but let's just say that, yeah, long time ago, a bunch of Jedi came and wiped out all the Nightsisters.
Yeah,
That's not his fault, you know. Like, just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's a Jedi doesn't mean he was like, yeah, like you said, he was like 5. So chill. He wasn't the one that did that. The Jedi have changed. But like I said, we will find out why she's so mad at Cal and the
Leave
Jedi.
this place.
I don't want to leave. Of course, Cal's not being very helpful either. He's not like, hey, I need to do this or whatever. He's like, no, I'm not leaving. Like, give her a reason. Tell her,
Yeah.
like, hey, try to explain yourself.
Well, I mean, I think he's trying to play with his cards close to the chest.
Yeah, I
Versus
guess,
being, you
yeah,
know,
he doesn't want
telling
to just-
telling everyone about his mission.
Like, I'm here to find a bunch of younglings so that the Empire doesn't get them. Today, if you would like, I would like to discuss Mark 5. Last week we did Mark 4. So in this one, in Mark 5, let me actually pull it up in my Bible really quick.
Help, please.
Mark 5, verse 19. This is when there was the man, the Gerasene demoniac that was filled with legion, like the 1,000 demons. Does he explode? Oh.
I don't know. I keep doing it wrong. I'm not trying to.
How did they make that jump? Seriously.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, no, I guess so. But so, you know, Jesus comes to this town.
here
he
called
frees
the Force
him
Brokers.
from the
I've never seen it used this way before.
demons,
We better stay on our
and then
toes.
afterward the man is
Wait,
so grateful.
Have toes?
As like in verse 18 it says, as he was stepping into the boat,
Any idea what
the
that flying
Gentile man
creature
who
is?
had been demon possessed was begging with
Hope
him,
we don't find out.
asking that he might go with him as a disciple. Jesus did not let him come, but instead he said to him, go home to your family and tell them all the great things that the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you. And I had written down, like, if we just kind of think about it, you know, like, oh man, I wish I could live back then, you know, with Jesus and be a disciple and all that. But
Yep, there you go.
Jesus didn't want everyone
What is it, BD?
to be a disciple, as he shows here. Not everyone is called to be the same thing, which
Right. Well,
Jesus had the people that were called to be disciples. This man was not called to be a disciple.
well, that's directly under him. Because
Yeah,
everyone's called
yeah,
to be a disciple.
yeah.
Not everyone's called to be a disciple.
Like he was called to be a disciple in his hometown, telling them what Jesus
Right.
had done. But so that I wrote that down because, and I think I've talked about this a little bit on our channel. But when I was younger, I used to feel like, man, if I was really going to serve God, I would be a missionary and go to Africa and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that, you know? I was like, I don't have it in my heart. Like, Lord, if that's something you wanted me to do, I'll do it. But that just kind of was, like, God had a different plan in mind for this man. So it wasn't, not everybody's called to be missionaries. Like, people are called to be different things. If everybody's missionaries, then who's going to be the, you know, the people funding the missionaries, giving the money to the missionaries? Who's going to be the ones teaching the people, you know, in their hometown and stuff like that? So I really like that. And then,
Oh no, fell off.
we go down in verse 40. I'd written down something.
Okay. Like you're working together.
In verse 40, this is when, let me go. There was a daughter who was dead, and a man, hold on, I'm trying to remember exactly. The synagogue official, I guess, came to Jesus asking him to heal his daughter. And it's in verse 38. It says, they came to the house of the synagogue official, and he looked with understanding at the uproar and commotion, and people loudly weeping and wailing and mourning. When he had gone in, he said to them, why make a commotion and weep? The child has not died, but is sleeping. To them that was utter foolishness and nonsense, because Jesus was speaking not of things as though they are. Technically, in the real world, like, it was a fact that she was dead, but Jesus was calling her, no, she's not dead, she's asleep. He was speaking faith. And then in verse 40, it says, they began laughing scornfully at him because they knew the child was dead. But he made them all go outside and took along the child's father and mother and his own 3 companions and entered the room where the child was.
Is that what's his name? What's the guy's name? The father's name?
I don't remember. I didn't go that far back.
Because I think that's the one. Maybe I think. I know at least it happens one time. I don't know if it's the same.
But I had written down, Jesus made the people who didn't believe leave the room.
Walk on to him.
It's all about faith in God's
Golly,
word.
he's not hitting
And
one
if
of them.
there's people, you need to heal. Oh, you can't
I
heal.
don't have anything.
If there's people in your life,
See, it's one thing I don't like is once you click the block button, it takes a good like half second for it to reset to where he will then.
yeah,
Like if you hold it, he'll block everything, but he won't deflect it into their at them. You have to like stop half second, then do it again, and then that. I mean, I guess I get it, probably just programming wise, but it's still annoying.
But for this, I just kind of written down, we as Christians, we need to kind of be careful sometimes with who we let in, who we what's the word?
With whom we confide in.
Yeah, with who we
least.
confide in. Because
With
somebody who's not a Christian, we're like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I believe Jesus died on the cross and rose again and all this stuff. To them, that sounds just crazy. Like, what the heck? Why do you believe that? And then that could, you know, depending on how strong you are as a Christian, that could make doubt. I mean, granted, that's not a good example because we do have to share our faith with Jesus with others. We have to we have to share the gospel, but you know, other things like, you know, I'm believing that God will heal my mom. Like, what are you talking about? You need to do this and you know. So it just, God will meet you where your faith is, where your trust in His word is. So I just really like that. So
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
I like how he's like barely moving. What?
You hear that?
You hear that?
You won't
There we
kill
go.
me.
There's somebody. What were you gonna say?
I hit him.
He's like, you won't kill me. I'm like, well, my plan is to do that actually. So
Yes, I will. I'm sorry, Mr. Night Brother.
actually, no, I want this because there's people right here.
Night Bro. Night Bros. We're like what's it called in college?
A sorority?
Frat house. Yeah, we're the Night Bros.
There's a sorority, like,
Sorority is
that girls? Like, I really
Girls, I
do not
think.
like. We didn't have them in college, so I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
didn't have them.
But why is it called sorority versus? Is that just the
No
Latin
idea,
or
man.
something? Or
No clue.
there we go.
No idea.
But I was gonna say, I think that's the same story where Jesus is walking along. Is it Josiah? Something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna remember his name right.
Oh yeah, and they come and they say, "Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Your
the daughter's
already
dead. Don't bother the master. And then he says,
Only believe."
Yeah.
Pretty much, watch out, man! They're killing you.
yeah, I need to remember.
Get
Come on.
Come on up.
When I'm trying to run away, I need to remember to not lock on because all he does is dodge around the central character, which is understandable. Yeah, but he says only believe, and then when he gets there, he basically
Yeah, I think
gets
that
rid of all the
is-
people.
I think that is the same. Jairus, I think, is the name of the guy. Life force and XP restored. Oh. Cool. All right. Made it past where you were last time.
Gosh, this place is a mess.
Well, what do you expect of sororities and frat
Yeah.
houses? They
something?
they don't clean. I don't know. I am curious where that came from. Like, why does it colleges have sororities and all that stuff? I have no idea. Alexa, stop! I didn't even talk to you. What the heck? That was weird. What? I don't even know what she was talking about.
Yeah. You're just like, man, I wonder why cats cough up fur balls. And then Alexa's like, they're, I'm like, I didn't ask you. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. What upgrade did you just get?
It's like you can just do a small dodge, but it'll slow time down and then give
nice.
you a little bit of force. The music was just for that one guy. Come on.
You have
And then
to get
he
back up
dies.
there?
Well, this is where I was trying to go. I just didn't want to have him shooting at me all the way up.
Oh, I see. Okay. I do like this
Oh, because I
place.
could have got to
This
him.
planet. It's cool. It just, I guess, because it feels different.
Yeah.
It's not
But,
like
like-
any other planet that I know of.
But I mean, all you need to do is take out Cal, put the Dark Souls guy, and put a little Estus Flask thing, and then
Yeah,
this
I
is
know,
Dark Souls.
seriously.
Because it looks very similar to like many
But
places.
you also have to add quite a few more trolly things. Like,
Right.
oh yeah, you just walk through this thing, and then big spikes come out of the ground and just slice you. So you got to be ready for that. And like, this Dark Souls trolls you like crazy. Oh man.
Okay, I dodged. Could have sworn I dodged.
Ooh.
I know, not that it matters, but I've never like I'm not saying do or don't do this, but you know, people when something happens bad and people are like, ooh, I've always, no, I'm not gonna say hated it, but I've never liked it when people do that when I'm playing something and people are like, oh, it's like, I know I just failed, calm down, but I know you're not doing it because of that. Yeah,
not at all. That's like, oh, that sucks.
Right.
Oh man, you're so bad at the game.
Yeah, I know. That's why. But it's always been something that I've like. It's not. I guess it's because it's not a. You know. Where'd the guy go?
I don't know.
Okay, he's already dead. Whatever. Like I guess it's part of it's just getting over that, which I'm not. You know.
Yeah.
Overly. Now there you are. Where were you before?
Well, don't worry about him. You're leaving. You're
not going this way.
Oh, you do have to go this way? I thought you had to go that back. Oh, no, you're right. I thought there was a way back there, but I don't know. Turn back, Jedi. I'm not going to. Nightsister.
If only I could hit you. Gosh, these guys...
They do a bunch of combos. Like, there's just combos.
He's jumping past me most of the time. I'm like...
One more. Now he's gonna do a little thing.
Oh, yeah,
okay. That's so
it's like,
weird.
He does the, like, you know, he kind of, you know, from the grave kind of hits you.
Yeah.
Or can try to hit you one more time. It's like he misses and then he does it again and he's just like following until he hits you.
He keeps like trying to hit you as you... Like, what in the world? He's dead. How does that work?
You cut off his arm, he uses the other arm, you cut off his leg, he's like crawling on the ground. You cut off all his limbs and he's just kind of like wiggling on the ground. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to kill you. Like, well.
So there's, yeah, stuff back in that room to climb.
Oh.
What is that? Oh,
it's a skeleton.
Nidak. That's what those are. I guess those creatures.
Oh, I thought it said the lure. I was like, why would they lure you in? They're like a siren. They sing really beautifully and then kill you. Nightsisters, I know this is your home, and I know I'm tearing it up.
But all I want to do is find
no, there's no
temple.
but. He's just like admitting it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I'm destroying your home.
Please allow me to do so, because I am a Jedi.
This must be where the Nightbrothers live.
Nightbros.
We're there. Not unless we have no other choice.
I don't remember what the, like, what's the story with the Nightbrothers and the Nightsisters? Like, I don't really... I know Darth Maul was, I don't know if he was a Nightbrother or...
Yeah.
But, because he's the same species as these guys.
Zabrak.
Yeah, Zabrak.
I'm pretty sure it's...
I don't know if it's Zabrak. I know Zabrak are like, at least in Jedi, the Old World, Old Republic MMO, Zabrak are the Jedi that look like that. I don't know if there's the Sith. Is it the same thing? Is it the... I don't know.
Wow. They didn't smack me in the head.
He's lowered the bridge.
I passed by the gate.
Ah, they closed the gate. Those jerks.
Okay, cool. I was like, how do I get down? I can do something. Okay. When I fall off, it's, I mean, it makes sense, but it's using my second jump. Yeah, like,
what
I'm not jumping fast enough, and so it's taking my first jump to be my second jump, and I don't get far enough.
Which does not make any sense.
Well, it does, because the second jump you're using the force to push yourself up, and because you didn't jump it the first time, you're now in midair, but it's still a pain, because now you have to figure that out. All the way.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay.
Hey,
okay. He just kind of lands and like,
you know, I'll just stand here. That was cool.
Somehow he landed on nothing. There's like a little lip there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. We made it through the Nightbrothers' house. Technically, we still need to go back there. They're angry that, you know, we didn't go through the initiation to join their little frat, but we're gonna do that later in this and on Dathomir. So stay tuned for that. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and be blessed.